awkward. Um, I don't even know if anybody's going to be able to hear me, so let me know. But yeah, welcome. It's been a while. How's it going? Still have a cough, so that's cool. Can you guys hear me okay? Is this like working? Yes, no. Also, like the colors on my camera are so off. My shirt is blue. Like my shirt is actually blue, not purple. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so um, welcome to the world's most awkward live stream. Um, I am in a the wall's more like a maroon color. I don't know. But I'm in a coffee shop right now because I can't live stream from the library because I'd have to be like super quiet. That's super awkward. Um, yeah, I am still at the shelter. I am still living that life. I was recently able to find my laptop. I found my microphone, but not my camera. So I don't have my normal setup, which is why I'm like, I don't know if anyone can hear me. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of pop on here and talk to you guys for a little bit, kind of relax, chill kind of thing. Um, I had seen some comments asking if anything had changed recently, and the answer is, of course not. Nothing has really changed. Like, the money situation is the same, the job situation is the same, everything's the same. But I got a package. I got a random Amazon package, and it was sent to the shelter, and there was a pair of gloves inside of it. And I was like, oh, dang, that's cool. And they're cute. They have like a little bow on them and the little touchscreen doodads. And I was like, I literally don't even know who this came from. But like, shout out to whoever sent me gloves because these have been super, super handy, especially because they have the little touchscreen billies. But yeah, it was weird. I just like checked the mail list one day and it was like to Jessica Lynn, and I was like, is there another Jessica here? Like, what's happening? And then I realized it was mine. I was like, all right, cool. I'm trying not to like cough and like deafen people, but it is what it is. Um, so yeah, I just talked with the how do I put it? Talked to the person who does the housing, um, specifically for like the mental health housing. Talked to them, and we're kind of getting stuff started in that. I'm in the process of turning in a couple of applications for different housing things. Waiting on my birth certificate. That could take a while. Um, yeah, it's just everything's just been a process. And the first month was obviously garbage because um, the first month is all about like getting situated and everything, and kind of finding your connections, um, and then hopefully getting employment and kind of moving forward in that. But for me, it was more of just trying to like get through the first month in general because of the holidays. Everything was screwed up. Um, and then going into January, everything was still screwed up. People were like stealing my food, which was agitating as all get out because it's like I have to eat very specific foods. And so for people to steal my food, I was getting really mad. So now I just hide everything under my bed. Like I have heckin' snacks under my bed. Um, and then going into February, I'm the only person in the universe who did not get their February food stamps. So I'm extra mad because it's like, what am I going to do in February? I have no idea. Um, so trying to like work through that. And then um, my birthday is in February too. So it's kind of like a double whammy where it's like I can't even get, like, I wanted to go to Papa Murphy's and get a pizza for my birthday, but I don't know if I can do that or not because I don't know if I'm getting a food stamps or not. So everything's just kind of up in the air. Um, but yeah, having somewhere moderately safe, moderately stable to to be at has been helpful. Not being around my mom has been super helpful. Having a place to shower and do laundry and things like that has been the most helpful. So that's kind of where everything is at right now. But there's a few places where you can do sell stuff like these things over here. They actually have price tags on them, like that right there is a price tag. For these like little paintings and stuff that people bring into different shops and sell them. So I'm gonna see if I can get some of my headbands in that way. My physical therapist actually, she runs a yoga studio too, and she wants to look at some of the headbands that I have and see if she can like put them in her retail space. And if she can, that would be super dope because then I'd be able to like start selling things. So that's kind of where I'm at, is just trying to do the best that I can and go from there. I've not been MIA like on purpose, but definitely just trying to kind of get things situated to the best of my ability. I started what I am now referring to as a La Puente hustle because I have a vehicle, and so like we were able to go out. One of the guys helped me get my car, and we were able to go out, get my car, and now I'm charging people rides. So I mean, it at least keeps gas in the car. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to say or do or anything. I feel super awkward because I'm in public. Nope. But anyhow, I'm gonna go. Thank you to everyone who has been reaching out on my socials because it's a lot easier to communicate with people on that than it is on anything else. Yeah, it's easier for me to like get back to people on like Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that than it is for me to like lug around like my whole laptop and everything, and I can just like run up to the library and like check my stuff real quick because we don't have internet where I'm at. So yeah, there's that. It's probably, if you wanted to get in contact with me, it's probably the best way to do so. Other than that, I'm gonna go because I don't know what else to do. I feel heckin' awkward. I need an adult. I hope 2019 is better to me too. 2019 is my last year in my 20s. So I'm kind of like, is this life? Is this what this is supposed to be? I don't know. I have been at 1,000 subs. I think at the most I was at, I think it was like 1020 or something like that. But consistency, man, I don't have it. Quality content, definitely don't have that. So like, I'm not mad. It's numbers don't matter to me. It's not significant. What's more important to me is like sharing my story, letting people know like what the reality of life is with mental illness, what it's like now to be homeless and things like that, and just kind of trying to share those parts of my life because I think it's important and I think it's something that isn't talked about a lot and is kind of swept under the rug and ignored, and it definitely doesn't need to be. Also, quick note while I'm here, for those of you who have Netflix and have watched the it's like Marie Kondo or whatever it is, she did that life-changing magic of tidying up book or whatever. And she had a Netflix thing. I don't know if it was like a movie or TV show. I don't have Netflix. But anywho, she did this thing, and basically it's been flooding my Facebook for the last 3 weeks, where people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting rid of so much stuff. I'm gonna take it to a Goodwill or a thrift store or whatever." Like, okay, cool, that's great. I'm glad that Netflix taught you how to not be a hoarder, but at the same time, homeless shelters need your donations way more than resale shops do. So thrift shops, they're great, they're good, whatever. And I can't speak for all thrift shops or all shelters, but I know the one that I stay at, whatever we can't use goes to a local thrift shop. So when you shop at the thrift store, you're actually getting like hobo rejects, and I think that's glorious. But if you take something to Goodwill, right, Goodwill is going to then turn around and resell that item. So even if you think you're doing good and you're giving to a company that is going to, resell things or whatever, kind of not really, because there's people in homeless shelters, people in not great situations where you could go out into your community, learn about the need, meet new people, talk to people, volunteer your time, whatever. You could go and give your stuff to a shelter like the one I stay at, a women's shelter, anything like that, where the need is going to be met and they're not going to have to come up with Walmart prices to pay for a pair of pants. It's going to be like, oh, great, this is a pair of pants I really needed for a job interview I have tomorrow. This is perfect. I'm so glad that this person came in and, donated something without expecting something in return. Because I feel like when you go and you donate things to Goodwill or a local thrift store or whatever, you're kind of doing it with like a different intention, if that makes any sense. The one that I stay at, they do like receipts for your donations for like tax purposes, but most of the time people are like, no, I don't need a receipt, I don't want a receipt, whatever. But I think it's definitely worth looking into if you have anything like that in your area where you can donate directly to people instead of donating to companies that are just going to resell it. I'm probably not coherent. It's fine. So there's that. Just wanted to kind of put that out there. I'm not saying that the person who made the show is problematic. I'm not saying that the thought process is problematic. I'm saying that there are different avenues that can be taken to make sure that people are getting what they need in the community. And like my sister is about to have a baby, and so we don't get a lot of babies that come into the shelter. And so I took a couple of like hats and a couple pairs of baby shoes and like put them in a bag and gave them to my mom and said, here, you can go give them to baby Borden. They're naming her Elizabeth, but all I can think of is Lizzie Borden, so I refuse to call her anything but baby Borden. But yeah, she isn't able to like get into town and stuff because she doesn't have a car. So here's a couple of little biddies that you can go do whatever you need to. It's just better to donate directly to people for sure. I think that's way more important than giving a bag of crap to a store that's then going to turn around and mark it up for a profit. Anywho. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go. I've got to figure out how to get my birth certificate because Florida is hot mess, hot garbage, hot garbage. Okay. Anyhow, thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, socials are listed somewhere on the internet. I don't know. And I will talk to you guys later. I don't know when, but soon, maybe. Who knows? Okay, bye.